Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stock report for May 2nd, 2018. How was your day in the market? Again, not much exciting going on, right? Let's take a look at the Dow. We're still within the triangle. What do you guys think? Think we're going to break out of this? Stochastics is getting lower and lower. We're still hanging in there. We may even have another small base forming here. So honestly, we could stay like this if things keep up. But for most of the month, it looks like, or a good majority, or at least good, maybe 2 to 3 weeks tops. It could be hanging in here. We might not get much action, but you never know, right? We gotta be prepared to exit or to jump back in. Depends what goes on, right? I don't know what'll happen tomorrow. No one really knows, but it's pointing to more or less we're at a bottoming stage. So if I was a betting person, I would bet we'd pop up a bit, according to my stochastics here. So we just got it, but we have to be patient, right? We need to see what happens over the next few weeks. So no, sorry about the bird there. It's cheaping away. But anyway, it is what it is. So not much action, nothing really exciting to talk about. Take a look at the Q. Not much action. Volume on the Dow and the Q. Not even above average. So we're not really honestly gaining much interest. So that's why I really want to focus. I'm not talking about these indexes, right? To make some money. Real money. These lower price stocks with good momentum. So I did get a couple buy fills in today. So let's talk about that. This is one of them, Tamarack Valley Energy. It's traded on the Toronto Exchange. I don't know if it's on the New York Exchange or not. This is more for our Canadian friends. Bought it at 360, closed at 363. It's been going up quite steadily. And this is something I think that has a lot of momentum. Really good volume today, 7 million shares. But chart looks good. I think we can potentially go quite a bit higher with this, make some more cash, at least up to maybe 450 or so for the next stopping point. But yeah, this would be a good, nice play. Short term, I would think, you can go up another buck. Hey, if you can have something go around 360 to 450, that's a great profit. I would be prepared to take money for trailing stops. Hey, we talked about Denny's yesterday. What the hell happened here? We have a big downdraft in Denny's. I'm assuming it'd be earnings, but we came across. It looks like there's a small potential base that we can kind of hang out in this area. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I think we have a potential way to. This might be a new base forming, which means if it holds in this area, it's a good sign, and we can probably do some nice trades with it. I think it'll recover. There's just been a lot of interest in this stock over the past 6 to 8 months, and I don't think one day is really going to distract it too much. You never know. I would wait for this to actually bounce up, maybe like the 1550 or so before I got back in to get some kind of confirmation. But right now, it's I wouldn't touch it unless it was going to bounce back up. It's below the 50 and 10-day moving average. All signs are pointing to be negative now, but it's something to watch, right? Because if it hangs around here for a bit, it could definitely bounce back up. It can regain its momentum again. So this is one to kind of keep an eye on. And if you did buy it by any chance, I was thinking about buying it. I never did. You would have been stopped out, right? Because we always sell at 7 or 8% automatically, no questions asked. Okay, right. Another company that's quite interesting, I think, for the long term. This is traded on the Vancouver Exchange for our Canadian friends. People Corporation. It's a growing company. It's had ups and downs a bit. As you can see, back in 2016, it was trading at roughly $2.50 a share, $2.25, now to $7.45. This is a growing company. I don't think it'll remain in this range forever. They provide professional services, HR services, and I think this is a good growth stock. This is kind of one where you can buy and slightly forget about and not have to day trade it. Quote unquote swing trade it. Not really day trade. But this would be one for my Canadian friends. Take a look at it. I think it would be a good long-term, has some good long-term potential. I checked this one out too, NSP, Insperity Inc. I didn't put a buy order in. I was going to, around 82 bucks. I'm glad I didn't. Not much exciting today. Closed down just a little bit. But this is something that's trending upward and maybe just going with a bit with the rest of the market. As you can see, it's had a nice run over the past several months, and this would be one to kind of jump in as long as they can hold above the 10-day moving averages. We're holding really nice above the 50-day. This might be another potential long-term type of situation. As you can see, back in 2015, it was at let's see, let me take a rough guess. Maybe around 18 bucks a share. Now it's at 81. Not bad. Holding it for a couple of years. Yeah, you can just hold it and see. This is another. I believe their revenue and earnings are decent, so this would be another one that you would potentially want to hold on to for several months and forget about. Let's take a look at MasterCard. Got some good news today on earnings with MasterCard. I actually own this. I bought it quite a while ago. I believe it was around around 115. Don't quite remember. But this is one that's been doing well. It capped up today on big volume. I think that this will eventually, it's headed towards 200, no doubt about it. I've made some good money, and I haven't sold it yet. I probably should sell a bit of it, but I haven't. I just think this stock is a good long-term play. Just because it's MasterCard, everyone has it. I think they're better run than Visa and American Express as well. And this wouldn't bother me to jump in this. This would be a actual long-term, like a long-term buy and hold. But of course, 7-8% out, and then you can get back in on another time. ZIXI Corporation. This is one I've been talking about off and on. Bought it at the $5 level. It's at 532. Volume was a bit above average. Nothing spectacular. It's up 2.5% today, which is pretty good for a $5 stock. I would still, I would buy this stock. Maybe if we had a little bit of a base, I would jump into it. So if it kind of leveled out here for a couple of days, maybe jump into that. And I like what they do. It's a growing company. They're based out of Dallas, Texas, and they're into cybersecurity, is my understanding. Let's see if we can find any other ones I'd like to talk about. DENN Diabetes Care, still trending up, which is good. It was up a bit more today. It got up to a little over 8.25. It closed at 7.84 as the rest of the market pulled back. CPG. This is one I was hoping would crash and burn. No dice. It was up earlier in the day, and it closed up a penny. I still think this has potential to crash and burn. It's a little bit below, looks like the 10-day moving average. For the second, well, actually, yesterday it was above by 1 penny. Today it looks like it's definitely below there. If we can close again below the 10-day moving average tomorrow, that would be a good sign, a confirmation that this thing is going to go back down to 650 or so, because that's where it likes to hang out. Same thing with Synovus. Pretty boring day, up a little bit, but I don't think we're going to be able to breach this area. Where now it looks like we're forming a bit of a base around the high, which is, well, close at the high. Let's see, 13.25 or so, 13.28. So this is one I do also have some put options on. More enthusiastic about CPG rather than this, but I just don't foresee this really going anywhere. Honestly, the company's not run well, and they have problems. Huntsman, okay, we talk about this as an easy-going stock. Yeah, and it is, too. Unfortunately, I bought it today around 29. I think it was 20. I'll have to double check. I believe it was 29.60, and it closed at 29.21. So not all is lost because I think this is still a buy. I mean, I would buy it. I would buy it again tomorrow if I had to. At this level, I just wanted to catch it on the upswing, but the market pulled back. As you can see from stochastics, it's at a lower level. It's turning up just a little bit on the 12/3, and on the 5-day is also going through here. So this one, yeah, I still think it has potential to jump up again to 32. That would be ideal. That would be a profit-taking zone. It could potentially go higher. It has been higher, but if you buy it something at the 30 or 29.60, and you can sell it at 32 or above, hey, that's a decent profit for maybe a week or two's time. Baytex Energy, this one's interesting as well. This is traded on the New York and the Toronto. Oil, it doesn't know what to do, and these stocks eventually are going to peter out a bit and maybe consolidate, but right now this stock is on fire. I don't know if I really buy it at the moment just because of the uptrend. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. If you want to take a chance while it's moving up, couldn't hurt. Profile Energy is one I do have. Up today. Volume wasn't spectacular. Up a bit, almost 2%, but we'll take that. We'll see if we can get through, close above $4 a share. That would be definitely a positive sign. Let's see, another interesting stock which is starting to lose momentum. Blue Green Vacations, BXG. It's a subsidiary, or I don't know if they're wholly owned by BBX, but they're closely related. As you can see, we're starting to go on a bit of a downtrend here. Any breach of the 50-day moving average would be a sell. I'm curious if we'll hold around this area. We've had some pullbacks before. It's an IPO that started mid-November. So we'll see what happens with this one. I think the long-term prospects are good, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's a relatively a new issue, so it's kind of hard to say how it'll shake out. But investors like it. They've been snatching it up. Opened up around $12 a share and got as high as 24 in it was about 6 months or so. That's not bad. But the thing is, we're going to have pullbacks as we go up on these IPOs, just because people are taking some profits. If the market starts to bounce back up again, here comes the ice cream man. Hopefully the dog won't go crazy. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, there's the ice cream man. Okay, anyway, good. The dog didn't bark. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Yeah, if we can hold above this, that would be a good sign. Let's see. Another one I pulled out of, I made a small profit, is Lamb Weston Holdings. I made about a 2% profit on this, but it just wasn't acting right and fell below the 10-day moving average. I was looking at it over lunch, and I was just like, you know what, I just don't have a good feeling about this. And you know what, sometimes you have to go with your intuition too. Markets, the market, we could have our buy strategies and sell strategies, but sometimes it's gut feeling, and I just didn't have a very good gut feeling. If we go back down to the 50-day moving average and hang around there and get some support, I would definitely jump back into this. But right now, I just don't have a good feeling about the company. Let's see, a couple of other ones before I go. Synthonics is forming a nice base here. I wouldn't jump in quite yet unless we get a good day on some nice volume. Definitely can go back up to $4 a share. But we'll see. Volume has been less than impressive, and no news to move this stock as far as I can see. Okay, so that is the daily market report. I hope you guys had a great day. Hope you made out okay. This is really a no-frills channel. I just talk about what I think will be easy to trade in and out, and some of the buys that I've jumped into and so on. So it's a no frills channel, right? I tell you kind of what to do. I'll give you good stocks. If you're a small investor, you can buy these $3 and $4 stocks that aren't junk. And your if you have a Robinhood account with no commission, learn that way, etc. So if there's a certain stock you want to see, please let me know. I'll get on it. We can talk about it. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great evening, and hope to talk to you tomorrow. Happy trading.